Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Ash here, and we're going to talk about the Newcastle Crystal Palace game. What an unbelievable game. Amazing win from us. Unbelievable miss by Joe Willock, which we'll get onto later. But let's go from the back of our team, right? Malik Thiaw. It's like, we'll do this so you can actually see it. I'll just open up Tonali's one so it comes up here. This man, unbelievable. Look, he got an 8.9 rating, player of the match. I 100% agree, player of the match. He got a goal. This man is just unbelievable. Since we bought him, he's basically played every single minute of every game, more or less. Let's have a look. Is there a season? Look at this. 17 appearances, 16 starts. Average minutes per game, 85. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Might be a bit easier. 85 average minutes a game. He got team of the week before. I'm sure he's going to get in it again from his performance this week. As you can see, he's got 3 goals. This man is unbelievable. The fact we tried to get him in a previous window, didn't manage to get it over the line. We've got it through on this one. He's been sensational. Like, personally, I think his score, as you can see, his average score this season is a 7.24 from his performance. That, I think, is maybe even a bit under. I think he has performed sensationally. As you can see here, just even when he was at AC Milan, he was putting in like 7s, which is a good level. He's upped it while he's been playing for us. Even at Champions League, he's been playing well. The club competitions have been playing good. This man is an absolute gem, and he needs to be spoke about. He needs to get his praise. He needs to get his plaudits, because everything that he has done is he's kept our club from capitulating a bit, sort of how we've been. We probably would be so many points worse off if it wasn't for him. Lewis Miley, another player we need to talk about. He did get an assist. It was kind of when the ball, was it from I think it's from a free kick. It went across. It was either a free kick or I think it was a free kick. The ball went across, and then it came back to the back post, and he was kind of running towards the goal line, and he cut it back in straight past Bruno, who tapped it in. Unbelievable play from Lewis Miley. As you can see, even though he's been put as a right back, which, bear in mind, guys, he has been amazing at defending. He still ends up sort of playing in the right side midfielding position, sort of, which is good because he is a midfielder. His technical ability is insane. I can't wait to actually get right backs back, which we'll get into in a minute. But yeah, Tino looked unbelievable this game. As you can see, his expected assists 0.74, which is be down to one of the assists that he got. Tackles 1, only won 1. But as you can see here, look, ground duels 1. He won 8 out of 10. That is absolutely amazing. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen this. What? Accurate passes, 100% completion. Passes in opposition half, 34, 100%. In owner half, 25%. Long balls, 3 out of 3. Unbelievable. Dribbles successful, 5 out of 6. Unsuccessful touches, only 2 out of 89. Wow. Great performance by Miley. I bet it would have been probably close between giving these two man the match. Sensational performance from them both, to be honest. If I can say that, I don't know how Lewis Miley is going to be going forward. If I'm being honest, I think he will probably be transitioned back into that midfield role. I think all this defensive work that he's had to do will actually improve him as being a midfielder, sort of a DM, sort of, like I said, Sandro's position. There's been a lot of links with Sandro being sold. If that does happen, Lewis Miley will fit perfectly into Sandro's role, which he was doing before. Joe Linton came back again. He actually looks really good. I was very impressed with Joe Linton's performance today. But we'll get into. It doesn't say the goal cancel. He didn't say the second goal cancel. I don't know why. We'll get into we'll go through the back line. Fabian Shaw again had a great game. It was when the free kick was here. That was the one that actually the Bruno scored at. So it was a free kick because Shaw, Murphy, and Lewis Hall, I think it was, all stepped up. for this free kick. Murphy ended up taking it, and I was like, "Please, Shaw, I love you, but do not take this." Because when he took the free kick the other week, it went into row Z at St. Jim. Was it St. James Park? Was it at Wolves? I can't remember which one it was. But either way, when he took the last free kick, it went to row Z, and luckily, Jacob Murphy did it. It wasn't the best of free kicks, to be honest. He kind of dinked it onto where the team was. But either way, it ended up becoming a goal, so I'm not going to complain about that. But overall, he had a good performance, if I'm being honest. He did defend him very well, as you can see from here. See if we can find his ground jewels. Oh, he only won. Wow, look at the difference. Then he won one ground jewel out of 3. He won 4 out of 5 aerial jewels. So that's good at least. Wow. So Malik Chow had 17 defensive contributions, and Fabian Schär only had 10. That surprises me, actually. I don't think it was that much of a gulf, but Malik Chow has been sensational, and it just goes to show Fabian Schär is 34, so potentially could be his last season with us. When he does go, will be very sad, because he's been an unbelievable player for us since we signed him. I think it was in like £3 million that we got him for back in the day. So yeah, massive player he's been for us, and he's grown. Lewis Hall, again, great performance. This man, look at him. He's absolutely all over the park. What he does for this corner shows exactly why we need him on the pitch. What he was basically every time crossing the ball perfectly just behind the back post, or just where the back post area was. It was perfect every time. Literally 50 pence precision that basically Dean Henderson could never get to it. It was creating massive issues for him, and it just kind of created chaos in the box. Whoever decided to do this, we need to keep on working on and doing that, because that was amazing. But again, Lewis Hall, as you can see, he was really all over the pitch for our left back, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, great performance from him. Bruno got a goal, looked amazing, as you can see here. Nothing out of the unusual. It was a bit more the right side today. Tonali again. Tonali looked okay. I've got Tonali's open over here, that's why. We'll swap it so I'll put Bruno's here. Right, Tonali looked okay. He was all over the pitch. Again, more defensive. Yeah, I wouldn't say Tonali had an unreal game. This is probably his worst game, to be honest. I don't massively think much that he did this game, which kind of surprises me. I know it's probably just my mind going blank. I think it's because everyone else played so well. Like I said, Joe Linton played very, very, very good. He was actually the person that was offside for the second goal that got ruled out. Right, Gordon. This yellow card, first of all, needs to be rescinded, because that was disgusting. It was the last action that he actually did before he got subbed off. That was not a yellow card in any sort of way. Even the commentators couldn't believe it. He won the ball cleanly, didn't take the player out, got the ball. The ref was on the other side of him, so obviously he couldn't see it properly. The linesman clearly didn't see it either. So that needs to be taken away, because obviously I don't want him to accumulate 5 yellow cards and he gets banned for a game when it's just reset. So yeah, I hope Eddie Howe and Newcastle appeal that, because it definitely is not a yellow. Wissa actually gave the ball to Anthony Gordon, Anthony Gordon's scored, basically squared it, very unselfish, looked amazing. He was on for 78 minutes, looked absolutely amazing, to be honest. We're going to have some very healthy competition between him and Voltemada. Shame he didn't get his goal or an assist. He definitely deserved it. He makes runs all the time. I'm very, very happy with his performance, how he was today, and he only got like a 6 from this website, of course, because he didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist, which technically he did get an assist, but he got ruled out. He only had 1 shot, only 13 touches, but like I said, I think his touches got ruled off from when the offside was. Basically, he was offside because his body was leaning, so like his head and his upper arm was offside, even though his feet were onside. I hate when that stuff happens. Personally, I think offsides should be done from the feet, because at the end of the day, that's where you're running. If you're leaning to run, I think that stuff like that, I think should be given for the benefit of the striker. But yeah, no, I was very happy with his performance, to be honest, even though it doesn't say it. Jacob Murphy, again, he kind of was the reason that we kind of got the second goal. But I'm unsure about Murphy. His performance is slightly getting worse. So we may have to obviously look at getting a new player in instead of him, which is obviously the reason why I got Alanga in. But yeah, Murphy's slightly getting worse. It will happen just because of his age. He's an unbelievable player. Yeah, accurate crosses 3 out of 9, which actually isn't too bad. Dribbles past 0, aerial drills 1, 0, ground drills 1 out of 4. Defensive contribution. He definitely didn't have his normal game. So bit sad from Jacob Murphy's point of view. That was the other thing. Thank God that I saw this. He kept on just being offside for no reason. It was really annoying me watching the game. Like, I don't understand what he was doing. He just kept on walking up, making a run, thinking he was going to get the ball, and then slowly walking back. And then when the ball could be passed to him, and the ball was passed to him, he would be offside. Or, say the likes of Tonali or someone couldn't actually play the ball to him because he was in an offside position. Wasn't a fan of his tracking back that game because he didn't run back when he could. But yeah, we'll go into the subs. Jacob Ramsey looked okay. I don't think he looked amazing. There was one point he was carrying the ball and basically just didn't know what to do with it, and then got tackled, got closed down. He needed to release that earlier. This is the other thing that was massive. Tino Livramento is back from his knee injury. I got incredibly scared because he held his knee. It looked like he was holding his knee at one point, but he was pulling his socks up. I shit myself. I was hoping that the knee injury didn't come back. This is very interesting to me. He brought Lewis Hall off for Tino Livramento, which kind of surprised me. Which, I mean, I guess it's probably just to manage the minutes of Lewis Hall a bit. But I would have thought it would have been for Miley, because obviously Miley's not a natural right back, and Tino Livramento is. Granted, we all know Tino can play both sides. So that sub did surprise me, but I know Lewis Hall has had a hamstring injury recently, so I guess it's kind of just to monitor that and make sure it doesn't get exacerbated. So I wasn't bothered by that, but I was very happy to see Tino back, and also he looked very good. I'm going to be honest. He looked very much on it, which I like to see. The thing is about Tino, he's got such big strides when he runs, which helps him out so much. Very happy with Tino. Harvey Barnes came on. As you can see, he started off on the left. He came on. When did he come on? It was the 63rd minute. He started off. He looked okay. Let's see what he did for shots. He had 3 shots on target, 2 shots blocked, 1. Big chances missed 1. I will say there was. We'll get into it in a bit, but basically when Jacob Murphy got taken off and Joe Willock came on, they actually switched the wings. So the camera cut to Eddie Howe screaming at Barnes, and I was wondering what he was doing. But he got Barnes to come on the right, and Joe Willock came on the left. Voltemado came on, looked amazing, by the way. His hold-up play, he had like 3 people on him at one point, took them all on, and then as he was running towards the box, he then got taken down for a foul. Absolute amazing centre-forward play from Voltemado. Again, that's what I'm saying. Unbelievable competition from them both. I do think there's a world Visser and Voltemado play the same game. But yeah, I was very happy with him. The only thing that was missing was a goal, but I was very happy with Voltemado's performance coming on. Now, Joe Willock. This man has got links to 2 clubs to be sold to in January. One being Leeds, the other being Crystal Palace. Now, he came on at the 88th minute. There was 5 minutes of added time, so there wasn't much for him to possibly do wrong, correct? Well, that's what I thought. However, he may have done the biggest miss I have seen, which if this was a game that was 0-0 or something like that, I would be absolute fuming. Just to say a quick shout out, because I've not really touched on Palace's players, because I normally really won't. Mateta didn't look... He got kind of pocketed the whole game by Thiaw. Adam Wharton looked pretty good, actually. I was very happy with Adam Wharton's performance. He was very, very much in trying to be the person who was in control from Palace's point of view. Lacroix, bloody hell, he kept on fouling or just diving. He dove for one of a challenge with Sandro Tonali that just wasn't a challenge at all, and the ref knew that. So fair play for the ref. Mitchell looks good as well going forward, and Lerma. I think both they were kind of the three standouts for Palace was Mitchell, Wharton, Lerma. Will Hughes. Oh my God, this is another thing that I need to speak about. I am so annoyed at referees doing this. There was a corner. Lewis Hall, as he kicked the corner, the ref blew the whistle to stop because Will Hughes two-arm bear hugged Malik Chow and took him down. He took him over. If the ball was in play, it would have been classed as a penalty. But for some reason, this stupid rule, I don't even understand where it's come from, that the ref stops it, comes over, tells him off because he's created a foul, but doesn't give a penalty. He just told the corner to be retaken. That actually annoyed me so much because it was one of the most blatant penalties you could do. If that ball was in play, which I didn't watch it back, but to me, I actually think the ball was in play by just before he actually blew the whistle. So, which to me doesn't make sense anyway, because if the ball is in play or isn't, if it's a foul, it's still a foul. So yeah, I didn't get that. That definitely, and then this was in the first half, and then he went up and nearly scored, which I would have been mad at if that happened. But yeah, either way, great performance from the team. Again, let's see if this can kick on. As you can see, this is a sort of stats that we had. 5 big chances. Again, that's wrong. It would have been 7 because obviously 2 of them were ruled out offside. Technically 3, actually, if you class that we probably should have had a penalty as well. So potentially 8 big chances that we probably should have had. Again, I was very happy with our performance. Right, now, of course, I'm not going to be able to show this all properly because it's on Sky Sports, but we can kind of do it in ways like this. So as you can see here, Harvey Barnes has the ball. What he does, he goes for a shot. Dean Henderson saves it. It bounces back to Joe Willock. From this position right here, that should be a goal. Somehow, he shot outside of the goal. I am stunned. As you can see, Dean Henderson here, because he's done the challenge from Harvey Barnes here. He's done the save from Harvey Barnes here. So always what's going to be happening is Dean Henderson runs back. As a striker, any sort of part of football, you will know, kick it back where the goalkeepers just came from, because momentum in a body, if you're running this way, you can't just stop and jump back that way. You can't. Momentum's taking you one direction. So he did the right thing, shot back towards where the keeper will come from, but he missed the goal from the centre of the goal. It was one of the easiest shots, and as you can see from here, Joe Willock and Harvey Barnes could not believe it. I've never been so confused. This was in the 92nd minute, just so we know. So he's only been on the pitch for 2-3 minutes at this point, where the ball's been in play, and this happened. This was just after Eddie Howe told Barnes and Willock to swap wings. So he saw something and it worked. But yeah, he should have scored this. If this was a 0-0 or we were losing by 1 or something, I would not have known what to say. But yeah, either way, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Again, very happy with the performance as a whole. On to the next one. We'll have a quick little peek at our games that are coming up. So obviously we have Leeds as our next game, which is in midweek. Is it on the Wednesday, I think? Yes, Wednesday is the 7th. I thought it was. So yes, so we have Leeds at home, midweek. Again, another winnable fixture. And then we've got Bournemouth at home again, which is in the FA Cup, which is on the Saturday. So hopefully we can get some wins, get some good form. And I'll see you guys in potentially a day or so when I'll likely do a match reaction, do a table prediction with Lou, and maybe even put one on this channel. So let me know what you guys think, and peace.